Good evening and Assalamu alaikum. A warm welcome from the Department of Psychology, MS program in IO Psychology. Here we have distinguished guests like Professor Hamida Akhtar Begum, who is the first supervisor of my very first research in life. Okay, and that was published. And I have also my supervisor, Professor Dr. Muhammad Kamaluddin, and he is the chair of the Department of Psychology, University of Dhaka. We have the head of En-route, Daud Bhai, here, and all other participants, as well as my dear students. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. So I'm very proud and happy to introduce you with IO Psychology, Industrial Organizational Psychology in this country. When I was a student of psychology back in 1995, I was just very new to the discipline, and just since I was from science background, I just had the idea that there is a subject or discipline named psychology. Then I was interested to the industrial psychology at that time by the content of it. And at that time, my supervisor was Roshan Jan Madam, and she said me that there is many things to do, but basically Bangladesh is an agricultural country, so we are not that much industrialized at the time back in 90s. So we have prospect. So there is a very good future of this field very soon. So all through this, I was just carrying out my master's thesis on industrial psychology, and I visited 30 industries to collect data from only 18 industries. So people are not that much scientific minded in this country. And I have to listen to the comment that, why have you come to the industry? You can make the data at your home and submit a very good research, okay? So, and it was said by some high officials, of some organization, okay? So that was the situation at that time. And you know that all over the world, the field of psychology is dominated by clinical psychology. So in our country also, the specialized branch or applied branch opened by clinical psychology, in fact, firstly. Okay, so in 1995 or 1997 specifically, but we had our plan and we had to get preparation for the whole process. But the research on industrial psychology or topics of industrial psychology was also studied in this country. And now, just moments earlier, Kamal sir said to me that he had done a very comprehensive research on industrial psychology or industrial psychology field. So the unfortunate thing is that, as Selim said, we didn't have the collaboration or cooperation with the academia and the industry, that is the field. Now we are proud to announce the process and the course as well as the program, which actually focuses on the application of industrial psychology, organizational psychology to the field. And we are trying to render our service. And recently, under the leadership of Kamal sir in the department, we are going to provide psychological service center from which we will actually provide some service. So we can move to our presentation. Actually, Afroza ma'am supposed to start this presentation, and the first slides were supposed to presented by her, and she prepared the few slides of this presentation, and I thank her for that. Maybe she is joining us with the in the online, through the online. So if we just go back to the some history of the development of psychology, in fact, the field of psychology, there are about 34 government universities and also more than 50 private universities in the country. But unfortunately, only 5 of them have the psychology program, that is graduate and postgraduate program. So psychology was established in Rajshahi University in 1956. In Dhaka University, in 1965. I think Hamida ma'am can remember those days. She has come from philosophy. So psychology was separated from philosophy. And in University of Chittagong, it was established in 2005. I can remember those days also. Then Jagannath, previous Jagannath College has become Jagannath University in 1996 by the order, and psychology department was there. So now it is a very good department and performing well. The latest edition of Department of Psychology is in the Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Science and Technology University at Gopalganj, and they are doing good also. These 5 departments, we belong to biological science faculty in Department of Psychology, University of Dhaka, and in Jagannath University, it is under the Life and Art Science, and in some universities, it is under the Life Science faculty. So previously, it was under the Faculty of Arts in Rajshahi University. However, the bachelor degree actually offers some basic course on industrial psychology or courses like all over the country. There are colleges. That means some college also offer some honors courses. Some of them are under the University of Dhaka, and some rest of them are under National University of Bangladesh. So they usually teach industrial psychology at the honors level, and that is undergraduate level, organizational behavior and management, mostly popular as organizational behavior or OB. And some universities and some colleges has consumer psychology also as courses, but those are very basic courses and theoretical courses, not any practical courses, or there is no any practical activities. It is the scenario all over the country. Now, professional courses to develop biopsychologists as applied psychology or as an applied psychologist evolved, and we discussed, and we take initiative. And in 2012, Jagannath University came forward, and they offered some courses in the format of MS in biopsychology. Some of the courses were Introduction to Organizational and Management Psychology, Advanced Research Methods and Data Analysis, Consumer Behavior, Principles of Management, Human Resources Management, Human Relations in Industry, Occupational Health Psychology, Engineering Psychology, and Workplace Psychology. At a program of our biopsychology, one of our students said that there are many things at a time. They are getting the legal course or course related to industrial law, so they are lawyer. They are studying engineering psychology, so they are engineers. They are studying management, so they are HR manager also. Okay, so at a time they are becoming many specialized person, and also counseling. That's why they are also counselors. Okay, counseling psychologists. So as a practicum, which is more important in any applied branch, there are some I think dissertation, that is thesis dissertation, defense, viva voce, project, practical, that is psychological tests related to personal selection, performance appraisal, like that. So, and also there is placement and visits. It was just operated, or it is operating by University of Jagannath University nowadays. So in our department, that is Department of Psychology, University of Dhaka, we have some prominent figures who contributed a lot in the start of the journey of the psychology as a professional field. Like these two were the pioneer, that is the coordinator of the program and assistant coordinator of the program back in 2016. And some of the teachers are here. And we also formed Bangladesh Society for Psychology, which is actually at the beginning, and we are dreaming for a more great future. Now, in Bangladesh, or in the situation of the whole world, the traditional psychology deals with mental illness, mental health, stress, anxiety, bulimia, and confusions, all those negative things happens in one's life. Sometimes stress leads to death or suicide, all those things. And traditionally, psychologists try to help people when they are in trouble. Now, at this stage, Martin Seligman, a prominent psychologist, just said that, why should be like that? In his presidential speech of American Psychological Association. So he was the president of the association at that time, and he proposed for the first time as the concept of positive psychology. Why don't we try to develop some thing or some study where people can be more healthy, people can be more productive, because simply the absence of disease or disorder doesn't mean health. And there is life above zero. There is a concept which is called life above zero. So if it is like that, and nowadays our life is so much busy, and we are bombarded with so much information that it is difficult that I love my job and my job loves me. So that's why we think that from the Department of Psychology, we should move forward and do something for our generation or next generation in this country, so that they can live a very good life, a very happy life with their job and very productive life. That's why IO Psychology or MS in IO Psychology in Dhaka University provides training that is practical training of different tenures, assignments, presentations, group visits, industrial visits, poster presentation, and industrial tour. So or international tour, national and international tour. So all those things actually is accumulated through a academic course, which has become 1.5-year course recently, because we emphasize on the internship. That is, the tenure of the internship is just increased. And we have 28 credits of theory course in our department, as well as internship of 6 credits, that is of out of that will be evaluated out of 150 marks. And a thesis paper have to submit. That means thesis is compulsory for all the industrial organizational psychologists, and a seminar must be given, and at last the Viva Voce exam, totaling 1100 marks, which is equal to 44 credit hours. And this is also compared to the international courses exist nowadays, or in the modern age or universities. So the course details are given here to have some idea. We have organizational behavior and management psychology to begin with, and then human resources management, personnel selection and training and placement, which is a very important core skill of an IO psychologist, of any IO psychologist. Then comes consumer psychology. Our students doing very, very good research on online consumer behavior today. Mental health counseling and psychotherapy. And in this course, we include industrial counseling as well as motivational interview, because many of the organizations need motivational interview rather than trauma counseling or traditional counseling. So we have to adapt, or we have to change our course or course content according to the necessity of the organization or our clients. Then research methods and statistics is required for any psychologist who has to study the findings, who has to study the modern researchers. And the person as a psychologist, he has to, or he or she has to conduct some experiment, some studies or researches in organization and solve real world problems. In engineering psychology, we give the important topics about the relationship between man, machines, and environment. So there are indispensable, and now you know that it is the fourth industrial revolution era, and the artificial intelligence actually involves in many production processes. So life are getting very difficult today and complex today. So our students are acquainted with the knowledge of engineering psychology in the latest world, and we follow or we resort to the latest textbooks and references, because this is the world of globalization. I can order a latest journal or article from the website, and I can get it from the website, either in soft copy or hard copy. Then comes industrial relations and law. They have to study Bangladesh Labor Law, Company Act, their Contract Act, and so on. Some important laws of Bangladesh, as well as the industrial relations related structures and bodies, establishments in the country. They have to study professional ethics and values. This is very much important for any profession. And as an industrial psychologist, as a professional, they must have a high standard of ethics and values. And that is why it is included recently in the last year in our course. Occupational health and safety management is a very important and focused area of the world today, and as well as Bangladesh government. And Bangladesh government is forming a draft to make an act or law on this topic. So this is a separate course for focus and for emphasis. And accident is detailed. Accident is discussed detail in here. So occupational health is also related to positive psychology. That means how can we become more healthy or being more healthy in the workplace rather than getting ill. So this is proactive or positive psychology. Then the internship is so much important. It is it was for 3 months. It has become 6 months for 6 months. And the students have to conduct an independent detailed research and submit his or her thesis dissertation, and that should be evaluated out of 150. And according to Dhaka University's rule, the report is not evaluated by the supervisor or any teacher of the department. So it has to, there are 2 copies of the report, and both the copies have to be evaluated from the faculty member of other universities or other department. The student has to give the seminar on his or her latest topic. It is not the thesis defense. It is any latest topic in the area of psychology, and it is determined by the academic committee of the department. Sometimes it is determined by the supervisor and the students. So it is in the Department of Psychology, because the Faculty of Biological Science believes that the students must know the latest information, the latest advancement of the field. That's why we introduced the seminar course. But actually, as an applied field students, they have to give numbers of presentations in front of us. So that is the situation. And as usual, university requirement, a viva voce examination, which actually discussion. So that's all about present condition of psychology up to this. We have some future plans in our head, like we'll have some, already we have signed a few memorandum of understanding with some prestigious organizations like USEP, PwC, and also there are these organizations working with us. And at that stage, we have also some dream of publishing some scientific journal on specialized on psychology from Bangladesh, some prestigious journal. Here are some our graduates who have already, actually all our graduates who have passed from this course are engaged in some profession. So here are some few. Due to time constraint, I am not accommodating all of them, okay? So they are in very, very much prestigious organizations, and they are also establishing the field of industrial psychology, as well as they are the representative of our program, IO Psychology, in their organization. So that's the all about development of IO Psychology. Last of all, I want to say only one sentence or word, that is, আমরা একটা বীজ বপন করেছি যেটা হয়তো একদিন অনেক বড় মহিরুহে পরিণত হবে, এবং আমরা আপনাদের কাছে দোয়া প্রার্থী, এবং আমরা অবশ্যই আমাদের এফোর্টের মাধ্যমে দেশের প্রতিষ্ঠানসমূহের মানুষের সেবা করতে চাই। ধন্যবাদ।